play Magic way too much. Okay, so right now I have a perfect record. It is the Nodes of Power event. It is 2:33 in the morning, and I've played 3 of the 1 o'clock ones because that's when I get my new games. I started black and blue kind of late in the day. So I have a perfect record. Some people may have attacked 2 more times than me. Looks like one person has a perfect record also. And who knows if this will happen. I thought I was gonna lose like 5 or 6 of these, but it just has turned out. And actually, you can see people are playing quite a bit here because when I started the video, I was ranked 7. Now I'm ranked 9. So I just wanted, and also at 2, they just had this update, so now they have a new Planeswalker available. So Soren is available, and I'm gonna buy her instantly. If you notice, I always save my gems so that I can buy the Planeswalkers, especially the dual color ones, and then I save my runes also so that I can max them out right away. I want to show you the Planeswalkers I'm using for this tournament so you can also have a perfect record, at least know what other people are playing, and kind of see how I do it. So, like I said, I'm just going to kind of start here on the left and show you the Planeswalkers I have and I use, but I want to show you the decks that I am winning with. So Chandra I'm not using. I'm using a red-white deck. I have him, but I haven't maxed him. But again, I just buy him when I can and then max the dual color ones first. So Gideon, this is the first Gideon, and I just want to show you the deck. So if you play a lot of these kind of look familiar, but I'll scroll through. So Smite is very important, Reflector. Let's kind of scroll through. The key, I don't really know if there's a key to this deck. It's not, I just kind of destroy the creatures as they come out. Runaway Carriage, it kind of is the power there. But if I kind of destroy creatures as they come out, and I play little cheap creatures, and then I add 4/4 with the ability, then it works out really well. I gain a little life sometimes, but that's not the crux of the deck. So that is the white deck I have. While I have Runaway Carriage kind of on top of my mind, right now is a really good time to use that and beat all the story mode stuff because you can just go through and just kill the story mode. So Jace, I'm really trying to draw a lot of cards, and I'm trying to use Sphinx here, make so he can't get any cards out. So I do that with Jory, so I can draw extra cards, Runaway Carriage, because I'm playing it a lot right now. I wasn't a week ago, and then I just put it in like all my decks. Sigiled, I'm drawing cards. I'm speeding up my deck with that. I'm sending their, whenever they get something out, I send it back. So that's the crux of it. Whenever they get something out, I send it back into their hand, and then I make them spend a lot to get each creature out. And then I'm drawing lots of cards to make them not do that. So in the background you hear a 3-week-old baby, 3 weeks old today. So here we have Kyora. I really like Kyora. I'm using her green. I've used her green a lot recently. This is kind of the same thing as my blue deck, because you can't beat this. Anchor, this is one of the best cards. So, but my theory here, like with blue, the third ability adds 6 mana, makes it so it takes away 6 mana from the opponent. And so I'm really trying to deprive them of mana. In my green deck, or my Kyora deck that I'm using as green, I'm doing the same thing, but actually I'm not doing the same thing. I'm trying to speed it up so much that I can use the third ability, and I can get out that 32 with Defender. So like this one, this card's okay, it's not that great, but it makes me draw an extra card, and it makes my green go a little faster. But it just helps me get cards out. It helps, like right here, it helps it helps me get enough loyalty so I can get that 32, and that saves me, because otherwise I have no defense in here. Do you see? There's no defense at all, and so that I just really have to do that. And if I can get her out in, 7 or 8 turns. Now this I got in the last event. I'm sure you all did too. It's a great card. In like 2 turns, you have them up to 10/10. I've had them up to 35, 35 or something like that. You have to use this, the Sage of Ancient Love. So it's just a really good card, but that's what I'm using for my green deck. And on one of my last videos, let's talk to Liliana first. So Liliana, I really like. One kind of trick in her abilities, which you may or may not know, is the first ability is discard 2 of your cards, discard 2 of the opponent's cards, and then the third ability is bring back 3 creatures from the dead. Well, if early in the match, at the you do it at the right time when they have almost mana, have almost filled the first creature, and discard 2 of theirs, but discard 2 good creatures, and then later spend the 15 and revive those 2 creatures. So you get 2 creatures out for free, and you're getting a lot of mana there. It's like 30 mana if you discard 2 creatures that cost 15, and that's all I have in here. So that's discard the first card. I use that whenever they have like 3/4 full of something that I know is expensive. Black, you're going to kill their creatures. That's all you're doing, really, and you're getting out some cheap stuff. Not cheap stuff, but good stuff. Destroy target creature for 5, destroy target creature for 5, speed up my deck, destroy target creature for 8. I really like this priest. I know it's 4 damage, but if you can get 2 of these out, then for 18 you have a 12, and you also have 10. And then you just really kick their butt really quick. And you're going to take a little damage to that, but not too much. Here I like with the extra 5 combat damage. Here, I'm not 100% sold, but I have it in there. Runaway Carriage just because I had an extra spot, and we're back to the start. So that is my black deck. Again, I'm undefeated so far. Who knows how it'll continue. In my last video, I had Nahari, and I showed kind of my plan with her. The plan was to do a lot of spells, and I've done that. But originally I had the card in there that makes everything cost 12 more, creatures and supports. I got rid of that because it just slowed down. I couldn't get a Harness the Storm if I got that out first. So Harness the Storm is great. Then Sure Strike, really the reason I have it, it's a great card, but it costs 1. And then here's the support. I have Runaway Carriage in here too. This gets me more cards, which is really important in this deck because I'm trying to get like 4 spells, and then I just cycle through those spells. And as soon as I can get those 4, 1, or 3 costing spells, then I can just cycle through them, and I can get my creature really high up there, and I can get a lot of cards out. So like right here, when you cast a spell, it gains 1/1. So if you do here with Sure Strike, you're not going to lose. When you get this, you start casting spells, you get them up to 10 or 15. This is my most expensive spell, Runaway Carriage, just because it's in a lot of decks right now. This I don't like it besides in this deck because it's just the prevent damage never really happens, but it's really that it costs 3, and when it costs 3 and you have the other card out there, the Harness the Storm, you can move through, and then you can get a card like this. And again, it's not really that powerful, but if I play it 6 times a turn or 4 times a turn, it really is powerful. So it's just cheap, and I like this because it's permanent. The 1/0 is permanent. It's the cheapest thing. Obviously, you can't get any cheaper, but under like 4 or 5, there's nothing else that's permanent. And I like to get for this spells that are 3 or less. So, and that's so important because you match 3 and you get 3 points. But that's how that deck looks, and that is a brand new deck for me. So then I have Nisa. I'm not using her. She's fine. And then I have these other Planeswalkers that I haven't maxed. So there you go. I'm undefeated. I was ranked 9th before. Let's just take a look at this. I bet this will change. Also, I've changed coalitions. I was in Black Vice, and now I am in... Oh, wow, it's still 9. Nope, it's 10 actually, and it just didn't update. And so, but in the coalitions, I've switched, and it was really important to me, so I didn't have to play as much, even though I'm always going to play as much. So I'm back down only to 251 points. I had 800 and some before when I left, so 802 200 and some. So there's 1,100 or so. And so I was, whatever, you see it. And Team Reckless is my new team, and it's just a really good team. So there you go, guys. That's what's going on in the game. I wish you luck, and let me know how you're doing in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you want to talk about how to master cards. I've mastered most of my cards. There's really easy combos to do that. So, yep. Okay, take it easy, guys. Bye.